Well, good morning, and that, and two. It's your boy, Celine Driver. That's me. Once again, walking and talking on a Tuesday. So that must mean this is Walking and Talking Tuesday. Shout out to my boy BVD for the Rollin' and Trollin' series that I guess he'll continue for a while. That's pretty good stuff. Hell, if I were in a scooter, I'd probably do Rollin' and Trollin' too. Except I don't have a hell of a lot to troll about this year. So, other than the bowl game, which has yet to be determined, this is the penultimate walking and talking video where we go over what did we learn about the Florida Gators this week, or this past weekend, I should say. Not much. I predicted that loss after about the first couple weeks of the season. I had originally predicted that Florida would win the game. Oh, how little I knew. But later I revised that prediction and said that Florida would lose that game. Now, first of all, I apologize for all the trouble I had on the stream. Lesson learned, don't use Firefox to play the streaming software I use, which is Hulu. Firefox and Hulu don't get along. That was part of the problem. The other part of the problem was using YouTube as a streaming method. Should have used StreamYard, switched over to StreamYard, and everything finished up okay. Second of all, yes, I shut the stream down at the end of the third quarter. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I felt like it wasn't worth watching anymore. No, I didn't see the fourth quarter. And if you want to call it rage quitting or whatever, and you want to troll me down below in the comments, that's fine. Hell, almost none of you watch the damn video anyway, so I ain't worried about you. I mean, combine the fact that Florida looked like absolute shit with, and I counted them on my phone, this thing here, this thing. I counted them. 45 crank calls. You know, spoof numbers. They were spoofing Uncle Lou, they were spoofing VicTube, they were spoofing BVD, they were spoofing all kinds of numbers out of the 706 area code, a couple out of the 770 area code, a couple out of the 515 area code. And half of them left voicemails, pre-recorded crap, you know, discussing the size of this and that, my love of WikiLeaks, and various porn sites. I don't know who you are out there doing this. You're doing this to other people too, not just me, so it's not like I feel persecuted. But it's boring. It's nonsensical. And, you know, I wish you'd stop. I know you're not going to because you're a child. But I wish you would just stop, because crank calling went out in the 70s, for fuck's sake. But anyway, I just wanted to say all that. Now, what did we learn about the Gators? Well, they ain't got no defense. They haven't, except for the second half of the South Carolina game and all of the Texas A&M game, And that was probably more due to the fact that they were playing second stringers than anything else. Florida Gators have exhibited a fourth or maybe even a fifth year in a row of absolutely no defense. They couldn't stop a nosebleed. Quarterback of FSU, Travis, just ran all over the Florida Gators. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't tackle him. They couldn't pressure him very much. And there was one play where literally 4 Gator defensive linemen and linebackers had their hands on the guy and they couldn't tackle him. And even with all that, even with going down 14 points in the fourth quarter, somehow managed to come back and tie the game at 38 each. So obviously FSU wasn't playing a hell of a lot of defense either. I think FSU got exposed a little bit, but they won the game, so they can chirp. But even with all that and tying the game up at 38 apiece, the defense once again collapsed. FSU scored again, got their last touchdown, and held on through another piss-poor performance at the end by AR-15. And the Gators lost. Broke a 3-game losing streak to the Gators, the Criminals did. And rushed the field? Really? You guys are so starved for good news of any kind that you rushed the field after beating a Gator team with no defense? That to me is pathetic. That to me screams pathetic. Act like you've been there before, guys. You beat a team that you hadn't beaten 3 games in a row with no defense, and you rush the field? Yeah, Florida State's a better team than they have been for a good long time now. But you're still an 8-4. I think you're 8-4, 9-3. 9-3. I think it's 9-3. You're a 9-3 team. You haven't won your conference in forever. You haven't even won your division in the ACC in forever. You're still looking up at Clemson. Clemson's no great shakes this year either, and they still beat you. You got a ways to go, Criminals. But congratulations, you beat Florida, which is no surprise to anybody. By the way, you didn't cover, but hey, you won. And on my Facebook feed, I got a lot of old classmates from high school who went to Florida State. Hell, I got a cousin. Shout out to my cousin Paul, who's not watching this probably, but shout out to him anyway. He went to Florida State. Yeah, a whole lot of chirping by Florida State fans who I haven't heard chirp in 4 years. He didn't say a goddamn thing. Not a word. No trash talk for 3-4 years. No talking about the Florida State game. Not a peep out of them, and all of a sudden they lit up like a Christmas tree. So talk about your bandwagon bullshit. But hey, again, you won. You beat Miami. I believe you beat Miami, yeah. You beat Florida. So you got the bragging rights in the state of Florida for a few months. And then we do it all over again. So what did we learn about the Gators? Well, no defense. That's obvious. They got heart. I give them that. They never quit. When AR-15 isn't making grotesque mistakes, they can move the ball against pretty much any team they played. They moved the ball against everybody all season. The offensive output was pretty good overall for the whole year. The defense is hopeless. They moved the ball. They kept playing. They even tied the score up and made a game of it. Hell, they were leading at halftime, 24-21. Third quarter was a disaster. Third quarter, I think they were outscored 17-0. Fourth quarter was a good quarter for them until they collapsed. So the boys got heart. They just got no defense. So I'm proud of the Gators for continuing to play in every game they played. It wasn't like last year where they gave up and, stopped playing, because the season was a write-off. In my opinion, they played every game this season and were in contention every game this season, even the Georgia game. So I'm proud of the effort, guys. I really am. Now, if you could just start playing defense, you might actually win a few more games. Now, looking ahead, I saw on a couple of different websites, and here come the jokes. Florida is projected to go to the Birmingham Bowl and play Memphis. Now, obviously, that isn't set yet. We don't know who they're going to play or where they're going, but the projection seems to be they're going to play Memphis in the Birmingham Bowl. And we all know the Birmingham Bowl has been a meme forever. And that's fine. Memphis will probably beat us, too. I haven't watched Memphis all year, so I don't know how good they are, how bad they are. But it looks like a few of our players are going to quit on us. And it is quitting. I'm just waiting for joggers. This is, I think Vontrell Miller has already decided he's not going to play in the bowl game. AR-15 is questionable. AR-15 actually believes that he's NFL ready. No, sir. No. You're NFL ready like I'm ready to pick up a scalpel and do brain surgery. That's how ready you are to go to the No Fun League. You need to stay in Gainesville another 2 years. Then you need to shave your head, get some plastic surgery, change your appearance, morning and that. Shave your head, plastic surgery, change your appearance, change your name, re-register as an old man freshman. Call yourself Ranthony Acherson or something like that, and play another 4 years at the college level to get ready for the National Felons League. You're not ready for the NFL. Hell, you're barely ready for the college level you're at now. You should have done a couple years in JUCO. You're not ready for the NFL, sir. You're not a good quarterback. You don't read defenses very well. You're inaccurate on long throws. You got an arm. You got no accuracy. You got no brains. What you do best is run. You're a good to very good dual threat quarterback. You're the 2022 version of Trayon Harris. If anybody remembers him back in the mid-2000 teens, I still have nightmares about those teams. You're a good running back with quarterback shoulder pads. You're not a quarterback. And you probably never will be. Your best bet if you go into the no fun league is to go in as an H-back or on special teams being a gunner or a punt returner or a kickoff returner, because you ain't no damn quarterback. Personally, I wish he'd leave. The AR-15 experiment to me is over and should be over. Let's move on to somebody else. We got that freshman Kitna. Try him out. We got that transfer from, I think it was Ohio State. I think he's been hurt. Try him out. But AR-15, no, sir. No, you need to go. If you want to go, go. God bless you. Mazel tov, lazim laden. Have fun out there. But please, don't come back to Gainesville. We don't need you. We'll figure it out some other way. So that's what we learned about the Gators. Lots of heart. Kept playing. No defense. Same verse over and over again. 6-6 at the end of the year. I predicted 7-5, so I was off a little bit. With a bowl game coming up that I'm not very confident. I don't care who we play. I'm not very confident in a bowl game, especially if half this team decides to leave. But that's another video for another day. So I'm going to finish my walk, try and get my 4 miles in before I get hit by a car. See, walking in the street again, guys. Well, at least it's a bike lane. Anyway, that's all I got to say about week 12 of the 2022 University of Florida Gator season. It was not a good season. Marginally better than last year. Got a lot of work to do. Anyway, go Gators. Fuck you haters. This is your boy, Celine Driver. That's me. And I'm out.